Okay, so this is my athlete, and today we are going to perfect the overhand serve. And first session, we're going to see if he remembers all the steps for the right or correct ways of serving.
Feet shoulder width apart, slightly staggered. Arm out, hand up, straight. Lean back. Toss it up in the air 2 feet. Make contact, follow through straight.
Okay, so those are the different phases for a correct follow through. So what we're gonna have him do is do one without the ball and see if everything follows through. So, okay, so from the first video, his feet were just shoulder width apart. His back leg was just to be back there, and his follow through was all the way across the body. So already in the first session, he corrects his feet, his arm, and his weight transfer. So I'm gonna give him the ball to have him serve once, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so after his first serve, the upper extremities look pretty good for the most part. The only thing is that he needs to either throw the ball much higher or make contact halfway more in between as he's making contact with hitting the ball straight down. The only other thing that was not correct was his lower extremities. His follow through was I would say the base of support wasn't strong. I would consider it very weak because his follow through ended up crossing his body, and that's not the correct way of a serve. And so we're going to do that again, and he's really going to focus on the lower part of his body, the base. Okay, good. So after his second practice, his lower half was a little bit better, but for the third one, what I was going to do, I'm going to say each step, and he's going to perform them. So, solid base support, staggered feet, palm out, hand up, weight back, toss to the ball, follow through. So this is how it should be, and when he actually serves the ball, his base support is not either forward, or his foot's crossed over, or his leg kind of just swings across. So we're going to have him do it one more time, but have him just do it by himself, and then go for the actual serve. Go. Okay, much better. So now we're going to actually have the ball and see the difference. Okay, so after the fourth serve, we established that his point of contact and his follow through are his weak points. So those are the 2 points that we're going to practice without the ball once again. And first we're going to have him not even worry about his lower extremities and just his upper extremities and where point of contact needs to be. At this point of contact is coming down, so the ball is going straight to the ground. What we need to have him do is go at least halfway to get flight of the ball and possibly height and speed correct as he follows through. So I'm going to give you the ball. What you're going to do is you're going to hit the ball and try to hit the ball at the highest contact point instead of what you've been doing is spiking the ball down on the ground. Okay? So once again, we're going to talk about and try to practice his upper extremities and his contact point. And his contact point still needs to be much higher. So what he's going to do is stop where the contact point needs to be made. Okay, so this I would say is good contact point. Earlier and the other serves that he had, his contact point was being made here, making it very unlikely to get over the net. If point of contact's up here, gives it more of a height advantage to be over the net. So do it again. Really focus on the contact point. See, I believe this is lower than his first contact point. The first, it needs to be a little bit higher. One more time. That's much better. Making contact there, and I mean, granted, no, he's not going to be catching the ball every time. His fingers will be spread out. He does that pretty good job of that. So now he's actually going to go through the movement and see if he can get the point of contact correctly. Cut. So his next weak point is going to be his follow through. His foot that comes through. He's being very lazy with it, which means he doesn't have a strong base support. So that's what we're going to practice on now, and eliminating the upper extremities. So we really need to focus on shoulder width apart, which he's good at, the staggering of the feet, the weight transfer back and forward. The only thing is having his foot follow through and his hand coming straight down. Okay, practice. So he has much more support going forward. He's not falling anywhere or going to the side. So one more time. Okay, we're gonna add the volleyball to it and see if he keeps the correct movements from head to bottom. Okay, so we've discussed head to toe of the overhand serve. So what we're going to do next is I'm going to see if you can remember every step. So from feet being shoulder width apart, staggered, towards target, do up the follow through. And then if you memorize that, what we're going to do is try to see if we can get 3 out of the 5 serves correctly, meaning that we have perfect your overhand serve from the first time that we practice. Okay? So go.
Feet shoulder width apart, slightly staggered, hand out, hand up, slightly bent back toward my target, higher than 2 feet, follow through.
Okay, good. So your first serve, go.
And stop it.
After. 1 out of 1, so the second one. Okay, so his second serve, it was, I would say, incorrect due to the fact that his follow through foot crossed over his other foot. So as of right now, he's 1 for 2. Third serve. Okay, that was correct, sir. So now he's 2 for 3, so this will be his 4th serve. That was correct, sir. Okay, so now he's 3 for 4. This is his last serve. Okay, so all in all, from the first day that he's came out with overhand serve, he learned base support, facing your target, the height of the ball that needs to be tossed, point of contact, how his palm needs to be before the point of contact, and his follow through. For the first video, his legs were crossing him, his arm was crossing him, and his weight transfer was incorrect. So as of right now, I believe he's perfected the overhand serve.